Joe Rogan just clowned Jake Paul after he pulled out of his much-hyped fight with Mike Tyson. Joe was like, "Are you kidding me?" He praised the YouTuber turned boxer for canceling the fight after making such a big deal about wanting to step into the ring with Iron Mike. The hype was real, bets were placed, and excitement was through the roof. Now, Jake's going to face the consequences because things are getting messier by the minute. Get ready, because we're diving deep into the drama and controversy, with Joe Rogan absolutely blasting Jake Paul. Jake Paul cancelled the biggest fight of his career with Mike Tyson, and the fight world is going ballistic. Fans and boxing pros are roasting the former Disney star for hyping the bout like crazy only to call it off. Joe Rogan, the voice of combat sports and a legend in his own right, had some serious truth bombs to drop on his podcast. Rogan has been warning Paul about the dangers of fighting Tyson, pointing out the age difference, Tyson's raw power, and the inherent risks involved. He basically told Jake, "This ain't a good idea, buddy." But Jake, being Jake, ignored all warnings and told Rogan to mind his own business. Rogan knew Paul was messing with the big leagues. After all, Mike Tyson is the youngest heavyweight to ever clinch the belt.
This is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody...
But hold on to your hats, because Joe Rogan wasn't done after this epic bout was cancelled. He absolutely went off on Jake Paul. We're talking scorched earth, folks. Rogan called Jake a pretender, accused him of disrespecting the sport, and basically said he chickened out. You could practically feel Rogan's disappointment radiating through the screen. It was a masterclass in roasting. And let's just say Jake Paul wasn't invited to the cookout. Joe labeled Jake a cop-out, calling the whole situation not just disappointing, but laughable. What's the point of hyping up a fight if you're not going to see it through? This is a massive letdown for everyone who was excited about this matchup. This isn't the first time Rogan has fired shots at Paul. He's been breathing down Jake's neck, keeping tabs on every boxing decision the Paul brother has made. And it's safe to say Rogan's not happy with any of them. Now, let's rewind a bit. Remember back in March, when the internet exploded with the news of this epic showdown? A YouTuber turned boxer going toe-to-toe with the legendary Iron Mike Tyson. It was like a page ripped out of a fever dream or a nightmare. But hey, talk about a clash of generations. It came as a big shock because no one, not even their grandmas, ever imagined Paul in the same ring as the boxing legend. But it was true, and this whole thing was huge. Gen Z was hyped. The old heads were skeptical. But one thing's for sure, everyone was talking about it. The potential for knockouts, the massive payday. This fight was going to be bananas. The excitement was through the roof. Then fast forward to a few weeks ago, and bam, news breaks that Tyson has a medical emergency and the fight is off. Some folks were genuinely concerned about Mike's health. But let's be real, the timing was a little sus, right? The internet went wild with speculation. Was this alleged medical issue? Did Iron Mike get cold feet? Or did Jake Paul's team somehow orchestrate this whole thing? If you take Joe's word for it, it was all Paul. Yep, the UFC commentator is exposing the boxer. Now, Jake isn't one to stay silent, and he's firing back. The YouTuber turned boxer is throwing Mike's health under the bus for the cancellation. He says he doesn't want to risk it, and doesn't want to force Mike into stepping into the ring if his health isn't up to it. The boxer claims he's giving the legend more time to prepare by pulling the plug on the fight. Jakey, don't you think?
Obviously, devastating news. I'm heartbroken. Speechless, like gutted. We've been working so hard over here, everyone in this camp, and I just feel bad for everyone involved in this event, the whole undercard. This opportunity has been ripped from all of us, but I do value Mike's health first and foremost. Love that guy, I have so much respect for him, and I want Mike to be healthy. And he says he still is gonna knock me out, and I bought myself some time. So Mike is still talking shit over there. But Mike, if you want to do this, like you said, behind closed doors, behind the scenes, you've said you want to do this in Q4. You just need a little bit of time. So I'm ready whenever you are. This is too big of an opportunity. I think this fight's gonna change the world, and I turn all my L's into W's. That's a motto I live by. The universe makes no mistakes, so let's see what's in store. But sorry this didn't work out. To everyone, the fans, love you guys.
Come on, it's obvious that Jake doesn't really care about Mike's health. He was running around calling the boxing legend a sick chick. Fans are still blasting him for it. Jake had been praying for an escape plan ever since he realized that Mike wasn't the old crusty dude he was expecting in the ring. Nope, Tyson still has his technique and power intact and wasn't coming to play. Traditionally, boxers lose their edge as they age. Reflexes slow down, and power diminishes. But is that the full story with Mike Tyson? Modern medicine and advancements in training techniques have changed the game. Hormone replacement therapy, for example, is a hot topic. It can potentially help athletes maintain muscle mass and recovery rates. But Tyson's recent training videos tell a different story. The man looks ripped, explosive, and focused. Whether it's genetics, dedication, or modern medicine, Mike Tyson still looks like a force to be reckoned with. And it's got Jake Paul on edge. Picture this: a 58-year-old Tyson, enhanced by modern science and his legendary fighting spirit, facing a young, hungry Jake Paul. On paper, it seems like a mismatch, but Tyson's knockout power is no joke. Jake can't just bail because he's scared. Joe Rogan warns that pulling out will cost him. Backing out of a signed fight contract without a valid reason, like a medical emergency, is a breach of contract. Jake blamed the fight's cancellation on Tyson's ulcer flare-up during a fight. Mike assured fans it was minor and wouldn't affect the fight. But then bam, the fight's off. Mike said, "I appreciate everyone's patience and can't wait to deliver an unforgettable performance later this year." This shocked fans, because Mike had promised he was ready to take Paul down any day.
Day, same fate. I'ma knock out Jake Paul.
Mike's ready to fight, so what's next for Jake Paul? Tyson's lawyers are gearing up for a potential $300 million lawsuit for breach of contract. That's a massive amount, even for someone with Jake Paul's net worth. Mike wants to teach Jake a lesson. You can't waltz into the boxing world, call out legends, sign contracts, and then back out because you got cold feet. It's disrespectful to the sport, the fans, and Mike himself. Tyson has helped shape boxing into what it is today, and he won't stand by while a rookie threatens its integrity. Jake Paul has built his image on being brash and confident, claiming to be a pro boxer while making big claims in the fight world. But this situation might be revealing a different side of the YouTuber turned boxer. With Mike's morals involved, negotiations might happen, but Tyson isn't letting Jake off easily. Jake might need to man up and fight Tyson if he wants to avoid losing a lot of money. If you've been following, you know that Mike and Jake were set to fight on July 20, 2024, at AT&T Arena before the whole thing was called off. Jake's already lined up a replacement fight against bare-knuckle star Mike Perry on the same date. While Perry isn't a boxing legend, he's no slouch either. There's still a slim chance we could see Tyson versus Paul on November 15 if Jake changes his mind. But don't hold your breath. So, Fight World, that's the latest. What do you think of Rogan's verbal smackdown of Paul? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more boxing news. See you in the next video.